All right, what's up, guys? So, depression. I feel like this is a topic that a lot of us we need to talk on, or I guess here's what I want to challenge content creators to do. And I mean, you can just write like a small little post or make a full like blown video about it, but talk on depression, like let people, because my thing is this, I could be wrong, but I feel like a lot of us has all dealt with depression. I feel like we need to build that strength to talk about it so we can motivate other people to well, more so to like look at their depression as like smaller. I mean, obviously like depression is going to be a big part of a person's life at some point in time with whatever they deal with, but I feel like that us talking about it can overall help out others and stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna at least attempt to do. But no, like overall, like I've dealt with it a couple of times in my life. I had to, not even a couple. It's been quite a few times. Like I can think back all the way to when I was a kid, and I had some like depressing moments, and it just like kind of just kept like just pretty much just like a domino effect all throughout my life, like through middle school, high school, adult years, like pandemic ages. Like I've dealt with depression a lot. At the end of the day, I'm gonna just say like depression has kicked my ass at some point in times. And the thing is that like I look at it as that it sucks like what I'm dealing with, but at the same time, I'm like there's others that have dealt with the same thing and they've made the best out of their life. So I see it as that, where it's like you just, because all right, so just overall to like kind of like talk on like the last time I really dealt with depression bad. So it was a couple of years ago, and yeah, it was just some stuff went down in my life. I've talked on it times before, but anyways, stuff went down in my life. Overall, like I really didn't know what I was gonna do. Like I was really at a point in time in my life where I just wanted to give up. And that's like a mindset that nobody should ever have. But when you going through it, that's literally like, unless you have that strength to where you could just have a different mindset in any like depressive mood that you've been in, then when you've dealt with it for like like this, I had to say this is like probably like the one of the few times like it's really has hit me bad. Like there's been times I'm like, okay, depressed, move on. I'm able to like smile, crack jokes with friends and family. Not this time around. Like that's how scary it was. Or it's like I didn't even want to be around friends and family. Like I just wanted to just be cooped up in my room, just attempting to try to find some sort of like happiness in life. But yeah, it was just at a point in time where I was all like, it doesn't exist in things. So yeah, I was preparing on quitting content creating. I was preparing just, honestly for the worst. And that's the thing where it's like, and I know a lot of people gonna probably be thinking like, I was gonna probably do something dramatic and do something crazy. I'm gonna just let y'all know, like right now, it's like that will be the last thing that I do. Like whatever is running through your mind, pretty much. I was just preparing to just kind of like close myself away from the world, like either for a little bit or forever, and just try to like start a new life. So that, in my opinion, is like what I would try to do, I guess, if I'm really going through it. But yeah, overall, I was like, I just remember there was a day where I had kind of just was laying there, and after like crying my eyes out, just overall like just letting that sadness just sit in. And I sat down and I thought to myself, like, while I was like preparing on like quitting content creating and all that stuff, I was like, I just really need like a mental break. So I remember I did give myself 2 days, and then I slowly got back into everything. And I remember I started off with like doing podcast episodes, and then I worked my way up to like doing, because I didn't even want like, it was so bad to where I had kind of gotten the mindset of where I was at when I very first started with content creating back in 2010, where it was like I didn't even want to be shown in a camera. Like I didn't even want to see my face in the camera and stuff. Cause it was, and that's the like crazy thing about it. It was like I can't even stand like looking at myself like in this state. So it was bad. Like it was seriously like a dark moment of my life. And overall, like, to just get this question out of the way, do I still deal with depression? Yes. Like the thing is, like, you can't just tell depression to leave. Depression will leave like when whatever has like made you so happy in life, And then you just forget about depression. That's when depression leaves. So like I haven't really experienced that moment yet, but I'm waiting. I'm sitting here, I'm being patient, trying my hardest. But no, at the same time though, like getting back to 2 years back. So yeah, I was like gave myself 2 days. Then slowly got back into content creating, and then obviously I think we all seen like with content creating back in 2020, like I was putting out like some banger videos and stuff. And my channel grew. I remember I had hit 15K, and I think I hit 20K the end of that year. And then what else had happened? Yeah, I was just like uploading some like really good videos, and then also it's like shouting out like McNasty, Blarg, the Dude, Grizzy, Soup, who else? Jordy, Isaac Y, Soft Willie. Like there's so many different YouTubers I can like name off and stuff. Crispy Concords. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of any YouTuber that I had to say I was reacting to in that time frame of like 2020. Like, nah, it was like they helped my channel grow a lot. So it was like seeing the success of my channel growing. What other stuff? Yeah, it was just like just receiving blessings, and it's like once when you start receiving a lot of blessings, I feel like that whatever depression was there, it's not as big as it was back then. Like it's there, it's like small, but I'm able to, like, the thing is though, and I had to say the biggest blessing out of them all is that I'm able to like sit down and talk about it, because at one point in time, like if it had been 2 years ago and I had to like talk on all this stuff, I would have just got deep in my mind and I probably would start crying on camera. And I'm like, and it wouldn't have been my first time doing it. It was like, I actually remember what I did was I was trying to do a video like this, to this extent. And like every time I would just cry, and it was hard, man. And I was like, and that was one of the main reasons why I was just like, because I didn't want to see myself in that state. So I'm able to like, look at myself on camera. I'm able to, talk. It's just like, giving yourself kind of like of a therapy, like moment and stuff with whatever you're doing. So no, it's like the thing is like depression is gonna really do its hardest to like take you out. But that's the thing though, you gotta understand is that you're like who you are as an individual, it is so much bigger than depression. Mindset, like, yeah, depression is gonna seem like it's the biggest thing ever, but it's like the thing is though, and I want people to like really pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. All right, depression is in your mind. It's like your mind may have control of like your whole body, but this is where it starts, all right? And this is where depression is at. Depression ain't in your arms. Depression ain't in your torso. Depression ain't in your legs, your feet. You gotta understand that even though it's in your mind, and I've said this before, where it's like your mind is like a galaxy, like it's one of the biggest things like in you and stuff, like the the imaginations, the thoughts, and everything possible that you can have all stored in there. And then that's another thing, like, also like kind of adding that where it's like on how big your mind is and how small depression is like in your mind and just with all of your body. Like depression, I mean, it's gonna take its course in you, don't get me wrong, but after a while, it's like you gotta like regain your body back. You gotta regain who you are back, like who you are, and just your overall regain it back. And then once when that ship has sailed with depression, you just overall like you just keep going with life. And that's where I'm at now, where it's like it's there, I see it, but it don't have that effect that it had on me at one point in time. I see it, kind of have my moments, and then I go on with my life. I'm able to record videos and do everything else possible. So yeah, it's like I said, it's like depression is gonna it's gonna kick your ass at times, and you just overall gotta see it as like, hey, you know what, it's like you're gonna be here for the moment, but I guarantee and I promise you it ain't gonna be forever. And so where I'm at, like, because there were like some stuff that went down 2 years ago where it's like it's something that I still crave today. But I like that's the thing where it's like I just know that it's like right now it's not my time. So that's how I just how I'm viewing it. And it's like, and it's kind of hard viewing it in that way, but it's like I feel like that's like the best way to view it. It's like right now it's not your time. But when it is your time, that's another thing where I've said that before too, where it's like I've never have cried like tears of joy. I feel like when it is my time, I'm definitely gonna be crying some happy tears and stuff. Like all the sad tears and everything possible, I'm like, they ain't gonna equal up to the moment where I'm like crying happy tears and stuff. So waiting for it. All right, I'm waiting for it. But anyways, yeah, it's like at the end of the day, depression, it's like I said, it's like it's all there, but it ain't got control of all of you and stuff. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for some more videos like this, and yeah, talk to you guys later. Peace.